And good morning. I am in right outside of Gainesville at a rest area, and I am about to start my journey headed to Atlanta. So I'm excited. I'm gonna drive a little bit, stop and get some gas, and then so that's it.
Although I'm sad to leave Florida, I must continue on my travel journey, and I also have no desire to be in Florida during rainy and hurricane season. I left from Gainesville, Florida and headed toward Georgia with a plan to stop in Macon to refill on gas and eat. I was supposed to go all the way to Atlanta that day to meet up with a friend, but it was raining from Macon to Atlanta and it was 53 degrees, so I postponed that until the next day and spent the night at a truck stop overnight in Jackson, Georgia, which is about halfway from both.
Hey Atlanta, I'm on my way back. Where y'all at?
After living in Atlanta for 7 years, my travel goal for coming back this time was to connect and have fun with new friends and old friends and enjoy nature, the only free thing that opened back up worth seeing. I had planned to stay for a week before heading to my next destination. Here's how I spent my time. First thing the next day, I met up at Cascade Nature Reserve to meet an Instagram friend in real life. We are both inspired by each other's journey and have quite a few things in common to connect on, including nature and hikes. I had never been to this park and it was so beautiful, and I was in great company with a like-minded spirit. Thank you for showing me a wondrous piece of nature right inside the Atlanta city limits. She even brought me a gift of fruit, water, and an incense. Thanks. For the next 2 nights, I was parked at my friend Gigi's apartment complex, with their permission, of course.
All right.
Left a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and day.
All right. Ain't no you can sing, Tasha.
Lost 1 minute of sleep and I worry about the way the things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning.
Gotta go back.
Oh, I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day.
Gigi is an old Atlanta friend that I had many fun times with back in my Atlanta days. I wanted to reconnect with her because she's always fun and a positive to be around. She is a genuine person, and I think most people would agree. We got into a lot of shenanigans and fun times, including karaoke with our friend Steph, making food, including an impromptu pizza party, exercise, and dance. I'm glad we got to reconnect and learn more about each other.
We've been in here dancing like we in the club for the last hour. Dancing and having international dance night.
Next, I had planned to stay 3 nights at my first Boondockers welcome spot in downtown Atlanta that was 2 miles down the street from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. If you're a full-time traveling RVer, you should definitely check it out. # not sponsored. With a membership, you can park at a generous host home for a few days wherever you're traveling, and some offer partial hookups. This was a central location for a few of my friends to come stop by. Shout out to Raven, Stephanie, and Quana who all came out. And thank you to Racer Joe for being a generous host. For the last 2 nights in Atlanta, I parked up at my friend Anna's house. I hadn't seen her in over 10 years, but I have been following her journey on social media while she lives her best travel life, up in the air. I have always wanted to reconnect with her, so I DM'd her and she said, "Come park up, no problem." We had a good time making healthy food and catching up on the last 10 years, and we also went on a nature hike not too far from my house. Another hidden gem that I had no clue about. Shout out to my friend Chris who came by and hooked us up with some of his handmade veggie burgers that were delicious. If you're in Atlanta, check him out on IG. Thank you, Anna, for being an awesome host. I'll see you soon. My last day on my Georgia adventure and travels, I got to visit a lot of great friends. I'm sorry to all the people that I didn't get to visit, but hey, I'm in an RV, so you can come to me or I'll be back, I'm sure. Before I set off to North Carolina, I had to get a selfie with my other OG Atlanta friend who was also in town for a few days while I was there.
Ain't gonna be no summer. My boy got a quarter key and it's all butter. Now we swerving through the city, nigga, road runner. Them killers clipped your main shooter, was a known slugger. They got the drop with serving coke to his bro's mother. Put in work every square inch, the whole gutter. Move squares, the henchmen and old hustlers. Niggas stressing, losing patience. Back and forth pacing, max stashed in the basement. And the chop is adjacent. They getting money up the block, now we plotting, let's go take it. Niggas is snakes where I'm from, dog. Young boy caught a body, got locked with the same gun. Now we on the top tier, shook, cage done. They had a cell door like what block that you came from, nigga. You know the type, to drop dime. I can't go inside the shit, blow my mind. Them guys sit inside and type tough lines when your name's intertwined with them grand jury lines, nigga. Rap bastard, popped and buried. You cut from a cloth, your cloth is terry. I'm cut from a cloth that's rough and weathered. Cut raw, move soft and fetty. South End boss, but was born in the berry. Dog, this my reality. Half my niggas in the max. Emails from the bro, put some money on the jack. 1,000 pills, perk tens, trying to get my dollars back. Baby mother acting foolish, trying to get my daughter back. 4 O's in the pot, add a little water that. NFL draft day, trying to get a quarterback. Nigga Mel flipped this case, gave him like a quarterback. 50 in my pocket, broke $1, 2 quarters back, nigga.
I made a pit stop in Charlotte to visit my mom's cousin, who I've always just called Uncle Philip. We chatted for a few hours and he hooked me up with some fresh roses from his garden before I headed to my brother's house. I later used those to make a fresh batch of rose water. When I got to my brother's house, I was finally able to meet my new nephew, Elijah King, and visit with my other nieces and nephews, and of course my siblings, who 3 or 4 of them live here in North Carolina. I love kids and being childlike, so it's always a fun time when I come here. We did some crafts and outside play. And after a week of catching up with them, I headed over to one of my OG friends from North Carolina, Patricia. She was one of my first adult friends away from home, and her daughter is my goddaughter. We had fun times, Netflixing, chilling, TikTok videos, and eating.
Every day with it, I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Can't let this one slide.
I cooked up a crab and shrimp feast in my RV that we ate off for 2 nights to celebrate Guyanese Independence Day. I finished off the week at my sister's house for the end of the school year cookout for the kids. I can't park my RV in her neighborhood, so we had a good old-fashioned sleepover. Well, that's all for my travel adventures for now. I plan to be here for a few weeks before I head out again. I hope you enjoyed this video of my RV travel adventures during a pandemic. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Peace and blessings. I'm out.